sounds.
Yeah, ready? From here. Give me some salt. Need an altar also.
Sure, I'll go first. We have salt.
What kind of spirits you want to call today?
Have you ever done a seance?
No, but we do. My mom has an altar. We do some stuff.
Ever?
You
Have
talk
you
to
ever
your
had any-
ancestors.
Yeah, we did some ancestor money burning.
Have you ever had any experience with the occult?
Not any that I would like to talk about today.
I'm curious about
Yes,
that
that means
ancestor
so.
money burning. Do people
What's that?
do your ancestors like?
So what you
does
do
it work?
is- I don't
Do
know.
you know?
It worked. My parents have good money, so I guess. I mean, they've been doing it.
Wait,
basically-
so what do you do?
So what you do is you get, it's called ancestor money. I think it's called like Joshua paper or something like that. And so you get like these fake $1,000 bills is what they are. And they say like ancestor money on them. You put a little frankincense on them, and then you either fold them into you, and that means that your ancestors are helping you to bring money to you, or you're folding them out. So any of your ancestors who have old bills they're still in debt, that they're being cleared.
Wow, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
And
too much,
I'm
but
pretty sure frankincense has been around forever.
Ever,
too,
yeah.
right? Like, wasn't there a trade in
Yeah,
frankincense like thousands of years ago?
that's what they brought to the baby Jesus too, man.
Frankincense?
Yeah, gold,
Yeah,
frankincense, and myrrh.
Was that written down? Or is
Yeah,
it
like the Bible, I think. It's like in the Bible. So, I mean, we can take it where it goes. But yeah, that's what they said about the baby Jesus. Yeah, that's what we do.
I always remind people it was written 70 years after he died, so like, I'm not convinced that was.
It might be a little loose translation. No, but yeah, that's what we do. I mean, we do it like every so often. I don't know if it works or not, but it makes us feel better, you know? That's all that matters to me. I don't really care if it works or not. I just like to feel good.
Well, it also, I think it sets some intentions, though, right?
Yeah.
Like, it kind of gets your mind focused on what you want.
Yeah, I mean, my grandma died without debts, and we've been doing it since before she died, so
Wow.
maybe it works. I'll see when my parents die and let you guys know how many debts.
How often do you do the frankincense and seance? Like,
Yeah, it's
Like-
literally called an ancestor money burning. We've been doing it since I was little. We used to do it once a month, and then we all got older.
Yeah,
And so we
once
just
or
kind of
twice
do
a
it
year.
whenever it's like, my mom's like, oh, I ordered some money. And we're like, yeah, let's go burn some money.
Wow. I've never, have you done the ancestor
I've never
one?
done
No.
that one.
You haven't done that one?
Yeah, no, it's like it's rooted in
Wow, it's-
African culture, I guess.
Wow. Interesting. What's your cultural background around money?
Money?
We never talk about money.
We never
right?
do
It's
talk
like,
about
you know,
money.
people don't talk about money a lot.
Culturally, that's an interesting one. I don't really have a lot of cultural references to me. My dad, every time we go to the ocean, he'll say you have to pay the sea.
You have to
So,
pay the
like,
sea.
Yeah, so we have to bring change, like coins and stuff.
That's pretty
Silvers to toss in.
And then
Like
do
a
you
wishing well, I guess. Is that like a wishing
My
well?
mother always did that. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You always had to make a wish, and then you're not supposed to, right?
Yeah, I mean, we do it in the wishing wells, but I've never heard of it in the ocean. Like,
Yeah.
you pay
You
the
have to
sea
pay
money.
the ocean.
Yeah,
you know?
pay the ocean. Pay our taxes.
Is it like a thank you or like a?
I think so, yeah. It's like your dues to nature.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty cool. What did they teach you in like the Bahamas versus Jamaica versus India? Because he's got a pretty
Yeah.
diverse background
Regarding money?
here. Yeah. Or like, you know, rituals. I think that.
Oh, well, rituals is a big one. So
Yeah.
I think Jamaica and India are both very powerful. Like they do a lot of rituals. Jamaica, the Rastas always meditate. They smoke and meditate.
What is the word Rasta? I've looked this up before. What does Rasta mean?
Rasta?
I can't remember. I've looked it up 8 times in my life, probably. Like Rastafarian or whatever.
It's actually, it comes from Rasta isn't really a thing. It's Ras, which is one word.
RAS.
That has one root, and then Tafara. So it means something like emperor something or king something.
Tafara.
Ras is the title. It's like king.
Ah, okay. And Tafara means
That one I
T-A-F-A-R-I.
No, could you imagine?
What'd you
Oh,
say?
I said marijuana.
Marijuana.
Could you imagine?
I have to look that one up.
That's your association to Jamaica.
No, I like Jamaica actually.
What's that?
I like Jamaica. My association with Jamaica is food. I love
I was
Caribbean
just gonna
food.
say that food is number one.
That food is something else.
Yeah,
Food
we haven't
music.
done that. Is there a local place around here that we should try? We haven't done
Where you
any
are?
You go
Jamaican.
south.
What?
You have to go south. Closer closer to Fort
What about West
Lauderdale,
Palm?
Miami.
There's got to be a place in West Palm that's.
I'm not too hip to the authenticity, but I know it's good. There's a place by the 45th Flea Market that's pretty good.
Really?
Yeah, I wouldn't just go.
Like,
take some caution.
Wait, where's the thing?
It's on like 45th and Australian.
Okay, I think I know.
Yeah, they do like the empanadas and stuff. It's
But
really,
not patties? The Jamaican patties?
No, they're empanadas too. They have Jamaican patties and empanadas.
Oh.
And they
well,
have like oxtails, which is my favorite. And
Yeah,
then curry, and then they have the goats and the
What'd you say about the oxtail?
No, I said I'm thinking of somewhere else near there.
Yeah, no, it's
But we do have
phenomenal.
to take a
So you're saying I shouldn't just go?
Maybe take one of us if you want to go.
I got that reference.
Take her, you can enjoy the oxtail.
Oxtail's delicious, man. I didn't know it was like a butt. Like, I didn't know that.
It's terrible.
And then yeah, I got it afterwards, and I was like, oh, it was pretty delicious, man. Like, and then they have like the steamed peas and everything, and like the rice and stuff.
That's very cool.
Food is number one culturally, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, totally.
the whole way to try.
I always think of Anthony Bourdain, Parts Unknown. Did you ever watch that show? No,
Yeah.
either
When I was
watched it,
younger.
right? It's so good. It's the best episodes.
Him and that other guy.
That was on Discovery Channel?
CNN, Parts Unknown.
Yeah, Parts Unknown and CNN.
Like, yeah.
The other guy you're thinking of, George. Is his name George? Oh god.
The other
But he
guy
traveled the
eats
world.
everything.
Yeah, he just travels like he goes into unsuspecting neighborhoods. He's like, hey, can I eat your food? And then like they make him the traditional food, and he judges it. You know what I mean, based on his shitty New York standards. Like,
Which guy is this? Which chef is this?
He's not a chef. He was on the Travel Channel.
Yeah.
God, was
I
it
think I know
World
what you're
Foods
talking
or something
about.
like that. I cannot remember.
Why am I like
He's got the
Anthony's? No,
Anthony, maybe
no,
that's
it's
it.
Anthony
Zimmerman?
Bourdain. Zimmerman.
Yeah.
That's it, Zimmerman.
I think so.
But I don't know if his first name is Anthony.
I
It's
don't know.
Zimmerman, but that's what I was thinking. But yeah,
That sounds familiar.
that's pretty cool. Where else?
Andrew Zimmerman.
Andrew Zimmerman.
Yeah, he has the best
Yeah.
job in the world, but like
Yeah.
it's just weird.
It was pretty shocking when Bourdain hung himself, right?
Yeah, I mean it just
That was pretty shocking.
That
I was
always
pretty
gets
shocked
me.
by that.
celebrity suicides always get me. It's like because they're painted as these perfect people. Obviously they're not, but then you're like, well, if you have the dream job, the hot wife,
Traveling the world.
you're
yeah,
traveling the world, and like you can't even make it, like homie.
But then when you pull it apart a little bit, if you're on the road like 200 days a year, I mean, that is a pretty lonely existence unless you have like a lot of inner sort of containment. And he was a drug addict for a long time, and alcohol, right? He definitely had issues with heroin and alcoholism, and so you got to think he struggled on the inside. The external looks really
I
good.
mean, I don't think any of that makes any difference. Everyone has people issues,
Right.
whether that is
Yeah, but some people struggle
childhood
more.
traumas,
Yeah.
whatever it is,
Yeah.
So whether you're rich and on TV, that doesn't get rid of your childhood.
No, but it probably could make it maybe worse in some ways.
Yeah, because
right?
you have the access to the drugs and the money and the hookers, like.
And more distractions.
Yeah, you can numb it like that, and then eventually you get caught alone with their thoughts, and you're like, oh my freaking god, I don't want to be here.
Yeah, he would go through dark
Yeah,
spells,
like-
whatever, depressions and so on. right?
Eventually you sober up, and
And I think people blamed his girlfriend. Remember Asia Argento, the film director? I think they blamed her a little bit, but it's sort of silly, right? It's like they were apart for 200 days a year, and they had an open relationship, and people get judgmental around stuff like
You
that.
can't blame someone for a suicide.
No.
They're already going through it enough because whether they were together or not, you lost someone you cared about, and then to hear like the public opinion being like you murdered them. It's like, can I just grieve? You know what I mean? Like,
I know a few in the last year that you can blame Fauci for.
yeah, you should probably take a couple of these L's, buddy.
You mean the people that were in lockdowns that just offered
Yeah.
Just offer themselves.
Yeah. Well, that's the other side of this equation that people don't talk enough about, in my opinion, right? We did a video on it over a year ago, right? The sort of like adverse effects of being locked down and having the inability to socialize normally, right?
Yeah, completely alone, man. Like, it's not a great look.
No, and some people are struggle more being alone than other people as well.
I'm not even alone though. You don't even know what people are going through. Like I know people. Like I'm thinking one person in particular that I don't even know what he did, but he committed suicide. I don't know how, but he talked to people, like, it's like, you know, we talked to him, and we'd see him out, he would do stuff.
Yeah. I had a buddy in college that killed himself. He didn't, you know, a lot of times when people actually go through with it, it's not the attention part of it. They actually execute on it. Like, they're silent, meaning you're not going to know, right? Yeah. Then that's the people that are always actively
attention.
Yeah, a lot of times that's, you know, just attention. But when someone does it, you know, it's pretty shocking when someone does it and you had no warning. He never told any of his friends.
Yeah.
You know, he was a school teacher in Evanston, Illinois. We were young kids at the time. And I think he got married too soon. There was a lot of pressure in, you know, based on his Christianity. They married a girlfriend and, you know, in the family systems. And then, you know, he was in his early 20s and he just put the car in the garage or whatever. And I think he was only like 24 years old or something. It's pretty sad.
Yeah, because at 24, your life's just, you know, like I'm 4 years off of 24 and still, like, if I'd killed myself 4 years ago, I probably would. Well, I wouldn't say I have any regret to be dead, but you know what I mean? Like, you're so young.
You don't
like,
know.
You don't, yeah,
you don't know.
It's so, and you're so impulsive at that age. It makes sense at that time, I guess, when you're going through it, but then you just kind of stick it out day by day, minute by minute, if you have to. That's kind of what it has to come down to, is like, if minute by minute you have to survive, you have to find something happy in your life or something meaningful, even if it's a book. You know what I mean? Like, there's books that come out that people look forward to. That's why TV's so good and keeps people alive, because people want to see that next season. You know, like, it sounds crazy, but
something to look forward to.
Yeah, attach yourself to something, man. It's the only way. Like, you gotta attach yourself to something.
Yeah, I think some people don't realize how bad the pain gets. I don't know if you've ever been through it. I know you have. Yeah. I've been through it, where the pain gets so overwhelming that you can at least understand why some people do it. Right? It just feels like there's no way out. And, like, you know, obviously there is most of the time. There are some situations that there probably isn't a way out. You know, people that are in these captive societies,
like terminal or super terminal,
or terminally ill,
but for the most part, like, it's just all temporary. And then, just, like I said, the best thing to do is find yourself something that you love to attach to. It can be a dog, even. Dogs work. Dogs help a lot.
Dogs definitely work.
But anything, really, it keeps you alive, man. You know?
How did we get onto Bourdain and suicide?
You did.
Like,
you said suicide.
No, how did we get to Bourdain?
Oh, food.
Oh, food. And then food, because Bourdain's, you know, it's impossible to think of Bourdain without thinking about suicide.
6 separations from suicide. Right. That's what we're doing right now.
Sorry about that, guys. Got a little heavy here on what is it? Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah, it's Tuesday afternoon. Just talking about killing ourselves.
but we haven't. You've traveled a little bit. We haven't really traveled.
No, not nearly as much as you have, man. You've been around the world.
No, but I'm talking about in the past year and a half of this pandemic, right? We've all been a little bit more
very much
together.
Yeah.
Right. It's like it's been an awkward year and a half, right? What are your thoughts on COVID after 18 months now?
It's been 18 months.
Yeah, and you probably had it, right? August. So, you know, you have more to share.
Yeah, wow.
What are your thoughts?
I don't have many thoughts on COVID, to be honest. I realize that everyone is caught up. I don't have a TV.
That's so fucking smart. Excuse me.
I don't see any of the noise. I'm just doing my work. I'm going about my business. And it's all a bunch of noise. I see stuff on both sides, and it's like, how many of these opinions were actually formed by someone's own thoughts as opposed to them just being told stuff, propaganda,
very
for either side.
But I think that's the issue with a lot of people anyway, everywhere in life, is they're so influenced by family, culture, social media, friends, you know, people don't spend enough time just in their own skin, right?
Yeah, but I think overall I'm super skeptical. I think, like, when has the government ever mandated anything good for you? Like,
I can't make that argument. There's probably some argument for that.
A little bit, but why don't we all become vegetarian to save the planet? Why don't we all let's ban McDonald's because of obesity?
Agreed.
You know,
It actually would probably be more helpful, right?
It probably would be a lot
bands,
more
I'm sure it's more helpful.
It would probably have a bigger, much bigger impact than masks in that sense.
So bands,
Sad.
but then you have to do Burger King and Kentucky Fried Chicken. Is that okay?
Just don't take Taco Bell, man. We need
Just
Taco
don't
Bell.
take what? Taco Bell.
We need Taco Bell.
You need Taco Bell?
We need Taco Bell.
I think I told you my Taco Bell story. Did I ever tell you that story?
No.
Like I lived like literally 500 feet from a Taco Bell.
Forget about it.